I don't think I ever thought I wanted to be a CIO, and a graduate scheme popped up to say technology or retail banking, and I asked what the difference is, and ultimately it came down to about $7,000. So technology was chosen. Don't try and be somebody else. Like, don't try and be Phil, don't try and be Penny, you know, be you, be authentic, be who you are. Everybody had an influence on me and how I work, and I want to do that back again. Yeah, everybody talks about first impressions, but really you shouldn't make big decisions on first impressions, and it's a human business again, after all, tech.
Befriending the internal auditor sounded like...
And also hire a CISO next to their problem.
Yeah.
I don't have any sort of regret or any one thing I would do again, because every time I've done something and if it hasn't worked out, it's been a lesson. The CIO, CTO role is now so much more seen as a partner and as a strategic enabler rather than maybe an order taker. I think a lot of CIOs, CTOs I have in the past struggled to build that credibility when you first come into a role. Is like, you're new, you don't know who's really been there before you, and are you going to be a trusted partner that once you understand the pain point of the person sat on the chair using the software or using the technology delivering to try and deliver something to a customer, then you've got an advantage because you kind of understand the pain points. The common theme, and I'm sure you've heard it from all of us, is cyber. The workforce before, was it 2019, knew what it was like to be in the office 5 days a week, 4 days a week. Anybody who was hired post 2019 COVID doesn't know what it's like to be in the office necessarily 5 days a week, you know, and it's about that workforce, about how do we ensure that they are getting everything we got, being in the office through mentoring, watching, shadowing. How do we get that workforce skilled? How do we act, and how do we retain them? Whereas when you're on like sort of Zoom or Teams or whatever, you kind of go straight into the details straight off the bat, and you don't have that little conversation that might unlock a little bit of a nugget. And I do think that's one of the pitfalls of the remoteness.
Yeah, that learning through osmosis has been removed for so many roles.
So by having people with different experience, having people with different backgrounds and having people with different views is only going to enrich the conversation or enrich the decision making. Again, a lesson I learned from another great boss was, it was surprised how many C-suite people will tell you it's not the ERP implementation that's giving them headaches, it's the fact that their laptops are running dog slow. You don't worry about imposter syndrome, it's all about believing yourself. If you want to do it, you probably can do it. Don't be afraid to make decisions. As long as you can prove and evidence your decision tree, nobody can really shout at you or tell you got it wrong.